Just a disclaimer, I am blind, so I have turned my iPod camera to front facing, so I think, I think I'm in the picture, but since I can't literally look at the viewfinder, I don't know, so the picture is what the picture is going to be. You just kind of get what you get. Hi, everyone. You know, I shouldn't even be thinking like this, but I'm trying to figure out if I want to get an iPhone SE or not. If I got an iPhone SE, I could maybe turn my iPhone 6 into my YouTube camera because I will. Yeah. Because I'll say this. Compared to. Listen to this video and listen to a video that I might have made on my phone. I know you can't tell the difference, but the phone is just simply better at noise canceling than this particular iPod. I thought the iPods that I had were pretty good at noise canceling, but no one's aware of the... maybe I should get a second opinion. Hey, does anybody know? I'm just going to throw this out. I don't know if anyone's going to comment, but has anyone ever used a iPod to do a YouTube video or any kind of video that turned out to have noise cancellation? If so, is there a setting that you know of that I could change to make it do better noise cancellation? If so, if you could email me at, let's see, AnnBuddy11, ANNEBUDDY11 at gmail.com, or just comment below and let me know what that setting is. If I knew what setting to change to make it actually do some noise cancellation, I could probably use this iPod just like I have been. Or I could just keep using the iPod like I have been, even without it, and just have it understood that the noise cancellation, bad as it is just what it's going to be. Or I could get an iPhone SE and use this iPhone 6 as my iPhone camera. Just get rid of a bunch of the apps off of there and put the apps onto my iPhone SE. Now, why am I thinking about getting an iPhone SE? Well, first and foremost, I suppose I should go in and look at one before I actually decide to get one, but I'm thinking about this video that I watched of an unboxing of an iPhone SE. Shout out to iJustine. Okay, I really liked your video. You are so funny. I really liked your unboxing, and I know that you were saying that this is not the phone for everyone, and you're right. The iPhone SE was basically, well, let's face it, your opinion is you like the bigger phone, and with everything you want to do with your phone, you think the iPhone 6 or iPhone 6S or iPhone 6 Plus, whatever you have, is the best phone for you. And I have an iPhone 6, and honestly, it sounds like the iPhone 6, my one of the teachers at the Commission for the Blind said that the iPhone SE was basically an iPhone 5 with the guts of an iPhone 6 Plus, which from what it sounds like is accurate. And I am going to try to turn the speech on. I don't know if I'm going to succeed. If I end up turning the video off, I'm sorry.
Speech on. View font. 4 minutes, 48 seconds. 12:19 p.m.
Set timer for 7 minutes.
Okay, 7 minutes and counting.
Okay. So the iPhone SE is an iPhone 5 with the guts of an iPhone 6 Plus. And when I watched iJustine's unboxing video, the overriding idea I get is that this is a tiny little phone. She is so funny. But it's probably something about the size of this iPod Touch. The iPhone 6, I've had it for 8 months now. In general, I like it, but I don't know if you can see, the bottom line, I don't know if you can see how this fits in my pocket. The bottom line is, since it's a bigger screen, it's not too big for me to be able to navigate. Me, the blind and orientationally challenged person, the person who has looked at an iPad and always decided against them. I actually did buy an iPad at one point, and I ended up taking it back within the first, 4 days or so. It was just too big. The screen's just too big. The screen of an iPad is just too big. Because of my orientational issues, not all blind people have the orientational issues that I do, but I do have these issues, and it makes it impossible for me to really find my way, in a larger place. The screen's just too big to navigate. That's an iPad. The iPhone 6 is small enough that I can still navigate it, but it fits in my pocket, but barely. It's, big. A bigger screen. So when I think about the iPhone SE, I wonder if there's any reason why I wouldn't like the iPhone SE. I mean, it would have the Touch ID, from what I understand, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't even. But with the way the passcodes are so prevalent, I would definitely want to set up Touch ID. I think that, let's see, the iPhone, again, I don't know much about the iPhone SE. I just know what I've seen on the videos, and what I've heard, but I think the iPhone SE would be just as good. The only thing about the iPhone SE that I don't like at the moment is, when I get an iPhone SE, it would have iOS 9.3 or iOS 9 point something. It would be iOS 9.3 pretty soon anyway. It would probably actually come with iOS 9.3, wouldn't it? This phone still has iOS 8 point something. And the reason why I have not upgraded to iOS 9 is because iOS 9 messes up voice memos. I take voice memos like some people take pictures. And the cursor will not stay in the list where I want it to be, and when I try to track where does the junk stop and the stuff I really want to capture begin, so I can trim it off, with the integration of iOS 9, it seems that voice memos makes that impossible. The cursor, the playhead, whatever you call it, keeps jumping up to the beginning of the memo and won't stick with me as I try to track down the screen to get past all that. And that's just annoying. I'm trying to find an alternative to voice memos. If that's the way voice memos is going to behave, I am trying to find an alternative to voice memos, because I think I am going to have to either upgrade to iOS 9.3 or change to an iPhone SE. Oh, and all this iPhone SE versus iPhone 6 talk, I forgot what I originally picked up this camera to say. Why did Apple do what they did? With the iPhone SE, you've either got a 64 gig possibility or a 16 gig possibility. And I know which one I would get out of those two. But they got rid of the 32. If they wanted to get rid of one, why wouldn't they get rid of the 16? I would think get the 32 or the 64 or the 128. I guess with the SE you don't have a 128, but why would they get rid of why would they get rid of the 16 instead of... I mean, there's nothing wrong with the 32, but why did they hold on to the 16? The 16 is not very much space at all. The 16, especially when you start downloading songs and videos and making a lot of videos and making a lot of voice memos and taking a lot of pictures, 16 is nothing. I think they should have gotten rid of the 16. I think they should have gotten rid of the 16. Maybe kept the 32, the 64, the 120. 8 is nothing, and 16 is nothing. I think 8 has gone away. I don't think you can get an 8, even if you wanted one. But why 16 is next to nothing. I think if they were going to get rid of one, I think they should have gotten rid of the 16 and kept the 32 and the 64. If they wanted to get rid of one, I think they should have gotten rid of the 16.
Unlock button.
I don't think there was anything wrong with the 16, but if they wanted to get rid of them, if they wanted to get rid of one, they should have gotten rid of the 16 instead of the 32. That's just my opinion.
Messages.
And on that note, I'm going to call this the end of this video because we're at 11 or 12 minutes. But to get an iPhone SE or not to get an iPhone SE, that's what I'm kind of faced with right now. Like I said, if anyone knows how to... If there's any setting on this iPod that I can turn on or off or whatever to get some noise canceling in here, let me know. Otherwise, I'm thinking about adopting the iPhone 6 as my camera and getting an SE. Of course, I did just get this iPod, so I don't know if I really want to... Oh well, I'll figure it out. If you like what you're seeing, I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.